All right, we'll get started with the Florida contingency. First up is defensive lineman Cece Jefferson. We'll open it for questions. Again, if you'll raise your hand, we'll get you a microphone and call on you.
Not everybody at once.
We'll go right down here on the front row to the right.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Just wanted to ask the vibe with Coach Dan Mullen. It feels different to me. How would you describe it, and is it different to you?
Oh yeah, it's a great vibe. It's a great vibe, and it's definitely different. You know, you have a staff now, you know, that brings a type of energy every day that you have no choice but to feed off of. You know, and what you see is what you get with that staff. And for the short period of time I've been around them, so far so good, and I can't complain. And it's been one of the best decisions of my life coming back to school and being with this staff.
Yeah, if you'll raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. Go over here on the left side, back row.
Cece, these games with LSU you've played the last 2 years, goal line stop and then an extra point last year, a one-point game. What's it been like to play LSU in recent years and the intensity of the rivalry?
LSU, you know, they're always going to bring their A game. It's always going to be a physical game. And, you know, to have those games as close as they are, you know, the one we pulled away with and the one that we lost, you know, it's such a crazy feeling because, you know, at any moment in that game, like a certain play can be the deciding factor of the game. So you have to, like, stay on your P's and Q's. You have to stay focused all game. But you know what you're going to get with LSU. You're going to get physical pounding, and, you know, that's what we like. We embrace it, we attack it, and we want some more. So really look forward to those games against LSU, and really looking forward to my last one against them this year.
Go to the camera platform all the way to the right.
Cece, growing up in McClenny, you had a chance to see Coach Mullen's teams when he was the offensive coordinator there when you were a kid, obviously. What's it like now to know that he's your head coach, the same guy who was a part of the Gator success, and knowing that you're going to get a chance to contribute to that rise back to the top, ideally?
Definitely a great feeling, man. And like you said, with me being from McClenny, being able to watch Coach Mullen, you know, he's a guy, he's going to bring those old guys that I grew up watching around. You know, just the other day we were working out, and Dallas Baker walked in, and my jaw dropped. You know, and everybody was asking, who's that, who's that? Man, I just said, man, that's Dallas Baker, the touchdown maker. You know what I mean? So it's just the small things like that, man, that just make you appreciate, you know, why you came to the University of Florida. And I thank Coach Mullen for that, man, because there's nothing like it, man. This whole spring, Percy Hartman was out there, you know, watching every practice. You know, I told him, you know, Percy, man, it's crazy. I grew up watching you, and now you're out here watching us. Ma had the tables turned. And so it's just a great all-around experience, man, and I'm thankful for Coach Mullen and his staff.
Go to the camera platform right in the middle.
What do you think about Coach Mullen's shoe game?
What do you think about it? No, I'm just messing.
I think it's pretty good. He's got new ones on today. Have you seen them yet?
I agree. Yes, ma'am. I saw him when he opened the box on the plane, and I started to convince him to let me walk in them instead of him. You know, I think I can pull him off a little bit better. But I think Coach got a fire kick game, man, and definitely one of the hottest in the country. You know, no other head coach is messing with his kick game.
Go over here in the back row to the right.
Hey, Cece,
How
what's the transition been like with Coach Mullen's coaching staff this year being completely new?
Like I mentioned earlier, the energy level is just, there's no moping around anymore. Everything is get up and go. Like, Coach Savage always says, you know, don't wait for anybody to do it. If you can do it, then take initiative and get it done, you know. So that's sort of the motto we live by, and just attack everything as hard as you can. And the energy is just the biggest difference between, like, what it's been in the past couple of years.
Go to the camera platform over here on the left.
CC right here, bud. To your left. Your left. Kind of the same theme, but a little bit deeper into that, you know, new regime thing. Coach Mullen's been known to really get the most out of his quarterbacks, to develop some quarterbacks, put them in the league. Is that something kind of like that missing piece that you guys think you need to get over that hump or back into the mix? And then just secondly, you're awfully casual. I just wondered what the vibe was with the no tie. Is that something all three of y'all are doing, or is that just kind of, you know, a little chill on a Tuesday here?
Well, you know, first of all, you know, with the Coach Mullen and his quarterback development, you know, he's obviously got a great history with that. You know, guys like Tebow, you know, Chris Leak, Dak Prescott, his resume goes on. And, I wouldn't say the quarterback position was the only position, that we struggled with. Of course, we had our fair share of, problems at that position, but we had our fair share at every other position. And, it's not an individual sport. One person can't lose it. It takes a team to lose it. And so I think he's doing a great job of building, back up the quarterback's confidence, along with the rest of the team. And this thing's going to be exactly where it needs to be. And the tie incident, I was ordering my suit, getting it done at Men's Warehouse, and the lady, Miss Maria, how you doing, Miss Maria? I told her that we had to wear Jordans. And so she was like, well, if you have to wear Jordans, then you shouldn't wear a tie. You should keep it a sporty look. And so here I am today with my sporty look. Do you guys approve of it? Okay. That's all that matters.
We'll go over here on the third row to the right.
Cece,
Second row.
You come in 5-star, great start under Jim McElwain. It came crashing down. Now the coaching change. Was this a chance to come back and end your career on a good note?
It is. It is a great way to come back and end my career on a good note. After the season, I took a lot of things into consideration. Whether or not I was ready to go to the NFL, and ultimately, I came to the decision that I wasn't. And coming back was a great decision, and then just coming back with this style made it even much better. Because every day is just something new. Just every day is a new way to challenge us, get us better, and I attack it, my teammates attack it, and we're all just thankful for it.
We'll go standing over here on the left side.
How would you describe Coach Grantham, and what improvements have you noticed as y'all have begun to adopt his defense?
I would describe Coach Grantham as he's a character, man. He's a character. He's everybody on that staff is high energy, so you never know what response you're gonna get out of him, But he's a great guy. He's genuine. He's always willing to help. He's always there, if you need to talk or anything. So, like I said, the short period of time I've been around him, so far so good. And what was the other question that you asked? I got to go back to what I said earlier, man. Just the vibe and the energy, man. You can just tell that there's a new sheriff in town, and everybody's buying in. And so just the way that we operate, I just see guys doing things, that they wouldn't have done back in the day. They're doing it now. So just the little things like that just shows me that this team is buying into what he's saying and are willing to make the improvements.
Well, we're here to the right side on the third row.
Just how motivating is 4-7?
Sheesh. That is extremely motivating, especially at the University of Florida. I'm pretty sure it's motivating anywhere, but here, we're used to crystal balls, SEC championships, playing in those big games. And it's extremely motivating, man, because I did an interview earlier, and they mentioned that, ever since 2007, Florida has been top 10 in the defense. And that really dawned upon me that I was a part of that defense that let the roach slip. And that just doesn't sit well with me. So 4-7 is extremely motivating.
Go over here on the back row, all the way to the left.
Cece, you're a guy that grew up around the Florida program. I'm curious, when did you first meet Dan Mullen? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that at all. I need to. My dad's around here somewhere. I need to ask him. He probably remembers.
What was your, initial reaction then when he was hired?
Like you said, me growing up around the area, being able to watch those teams back in the day, it excited me a lot, because I know based on his resume, I know what he's capable of. He's won national championships here. At a point at Mississippi State, he had them #1 in the country. So, this guy's, he attracts success, and so I'm just here. I'm happy he's here. I'm happy I get a chance to play for him, and I'm just willing to see what this Dan Mullen team, 2018 Gators, is capable of, under his reign.
We'll go standing over here on the left side.
You had some time being around Chris Rumpf at Florida. What's your take on him? What do you like about him as a coach, and what was your take on him going to leaving Gainesville for Tennessee?
Coach Rumpf, man, Coach Rumpf, that's my boy. When he left, it hurt. I'm not even going to sit up here and lie, because it's rare that you'll find a coach like him. You know, he always wants to know what's going on with you and your life. You know, it's your life and then it's football. You know, he wants to get to know that player first. And so, man, it's just so many times, you know, so many moments that we've had together, you know, talking, just rapping. And that one hurt me, man, because like I said, he's a rare guy. And, you know, those guys at Tennessee, they're extremely lucky to have him and blessed to have him.
Go over here, third row.
Hey, Cece. Going into your senior year, how have you developed as a player on and off the field?
I've developed, I would say, on the field. You know, I'm more in my playbook. You know, I have to be with this new defense I'm learning, and I've just realized that it's bigger than me. You know, it's bigger reasons that I'm doing this. You know, when I get tired, you know, I have stuff in the back of my mind. You know, that just keeps me going. You know, and then back in the day, like when I got tired, it was just like I'm tired. Like I need to breathe. Like I need to catch my breath. But now it's just like, Cece, this is bigger than you. Like, you can't get tired. You don't have time to waste. And off the field, I would say I'm still the same me off the field. Ain't much change.
We'll go standing back here on the left side.
Hey, Cece, to your left.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm fine.
For so many years that you were growing up, the Florida-Tennessee rivalry was kind of like a big brother, little brother sort of deal. And in the last 3 years, all those games have been crazy. A couple of you guys have won right at the end of the game, and then of course, that crazy Tennessee comeback in Neyland. How have you seen that rivalry reignite over the time that you've been at Florida, and looking forward to one final game against Tennessee?
Tennessee, like you said, man, it's definitely been a wild ride with them these past 3 years. You know, I remember going in there up 21-0 at halftime, coming back after the half, and then they just scored 38 unanswered. And I remember just looking like, what the hell is going on? Excuse my language. But, and then you come back the next year and we beat them on a Hail Mary. Like, what type of rivalry is this? You know, you never know, like, what you're going to get. And I think that's what keeps the excitement going. You know, and, you know, I remember Coach McGrew, you know, talking about beating on Tennessee back in the day, you know, and just how they used to pummel them. And now it's just like you never know. It's a toss-up. It always comes down to, like, that last play. But definitely enjoyed the Tennessee rivalries, and I'm looking forward to it this year.
Go front row over here on the left.
Cece, Mississippi State, Dan Mullen going to get an opportunity to face his old team. Do you guys talk about that? Or I know he probably hasn't mentioned it to you, but have you guys talked about that?
Oh, yeah. You know, as a team, we've definitely talked about it, mostly about how aggravating those cowbells are. But, you know, that's definitely going to be a fun game. You know, when was the last time we've been to Mississippi State? Anybody know? Because I don't know. Long, 2009 or 10 years? Whew. So it won't be a sweet welcome in from them, and we don't expect it to be. So it's going to be an exciting game, man, and we're ready for it.
Got time for just a couple more. We'll go right here on the end, on the left side.
How you doing?
Hey. They've moved KT around a little bit here and there, tried him at different positions. He's still getting comfortable at receiver, but having faced him in practice, what should a defense prepare for if he's on the field?
He's unpredictable. Like you said, he's been moving around so much, so you won't know where he's lined up at. But just when he gets the ball in his hand, you better be ready to make a play, because at any time, any point in time, that guy can. You don't know when he's going to make the play, that big play, but you know he's going to make it. And he's just a guy that keeps the defenses on their toes, man. He's just so electrifying in the way that he stops on a dime and just shakes people, and he really gets the crowd on their feet, man. So to the defenses that got to go against him, I can't give you any tips on how to prepare against him, because, shoot, we don't even know how to prepare against him. He's a heck of a player, and I'm glad I just got to face him in practice and not on Saturdays. So, yeah.
Last question will go in the back at the camera position on the left.
How you doing? I see you. I saw you.
Cece, this defense, we've heard about how aggressive it's going to be. What are your expectations for you this year? Do you think you're going to have a pretty big year? And just the defense in general, what can we expect from them?
You know, I really haven't been setting expectations for myself. You know, I'm just going to go out, and whatever God allows me to do, that's what I'm going to do. You know, I want to have a monster year. You know, I'm working to have a monster year, but I don't have any expectations for myself. And I want this for my team, man. You know, I want this for them, you know, for them to have the success and, you know, to see them happy, because that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. So for me, no expectations going into this season. You know, I just want to go out, do my job, and just play hard every play.
Thanks, Cece.
Yes, sir. Thank you.